Okay guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try the update that everyone's complaining about. Well, I say everyone, I've seen a few complaints that it's not working, so I'm going to go through my remote, make sure everything's set right how it normally is. I've just done a flight, so I know it's fine, I know the drone is fine. So we're going to go into the settings, so 3 buttons at the top right. I'm going to go in. It's not safe to take off because the drone is on, but it's in the car. But we're going to go just check some safety. So auto return to home, 90 meters, 120 meters maximum altitude. It's a bit windy, I don't know if I'm going to take it off yet, so we'll see. And then we'll go to the controls, make sure that's all okay. So I've got gimbal is follow mode, not FPV mode. We've got no calibration issues there. We'll go to camera, make sure that that's all set. I'm going to be changing that, so I'm going to be changing to D-Log M very shortly. There's some videos I want to make, so I'm going to be changing over to D-Log M. But anyway, digressing. So we're going to go down, just check, make sure everything's where it is, make sure I've got my grid lines. The grid lines are a good thing. You'll see them on some of my videos where I've got the grid lines. They're brilliant. I even use them in FPV because it's like you can just judge getting through gaps and stuff like that a lot easier. So SD card is reading okay. I've got no warning issues. I've got the cache capacity. I can see that there's no channel issues. And then about, so currently on this firmware, you can see before I actually update. So I've got my camera serial numbers, and then we need to just check, make sure that everything's right. So the RC, the remote control, is 0300 at the moment. And now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this remotely. So I'm going to turn the hotspot on my phone, and then I'm going to update it, and then I'll come back. If you want to watch that video on how to do hotspot, I'll put the link in the description. Just go and have a look at that. It's dead simple to do, but so much more easier when you're trying to do this sort of thing. So I've checked that everything's okay. I'm happy with how everything is. So let's do the update, and I'll come back to you in a second. So that is really weird. So there's no update for my drone. So I don't know. Let's just double check. Nice and cool. So I'm currently in the profile. So we'll go into settings. We'll go down to about. Oh, I don't think I'm going to take off. And then we'll check for update. Fly apps update, up to date. And then we'll come out of here. We'll go fly. And then in the 3 dots top right hand corner. And then about in there. And then you can check firmware for aircraft. Up to date. And then we'll check for updates for everything else, and everything's up to date. So I'm a bit baffled with that, so I don't know. All my aircraft and RC remote and everything's up to date, but you'll see the RC firmware is still 300, so I don't know. So that's interesting. So I'll post an update at some point, but I've got no update to do, so I'm happy. I'm going to go fly. I'm just not going to fly in this.